Assalamu alaikum student. How are you? Hope you are fine student. Week 11 professional practice हम start करने लगे हैं student. Now we will start the learning objects. Student, we are discussing about the intellectual property in previous week. Now the part of intellectual property we are discussing this week and cover the about the trademark. Okay, the so that the learning objects are the understanding the trademark and the type of trademark. Okay, trademark registration process in Pakistan and what the concept of trade secrets and its law and trade secret treatment, then the trade secret real time some example and trade sector and service market. That is some learning object that we will discuss in this week and cover and try to understand. Okay, now let's start our definition and the concept and understanding about the trademark. You know, the trademark is a one of a very familiar terms and the word that you are basically using. That's a trademark of this company. Okay, look like a copyright and a patent rights. So that the again the trademark also related to intellectual property and it is a basically word. It is a phrase that may be a symbol or a design that to identify that distinguishes the source of goods of a one party from those of other. Okay. Now again, that trademark is a basically representing the word. It may be a phrase and a special symbol that is a basically design and company create to identify their product to distinguish the other product. Okay. And if we talk about the service trademark, service mark, it is a word phrase and a symbol or a design that identify, distinguish the source of service rather than the goods. Okay. Main thing, main concept is a similar both in service sector and service mark and trademark. Trademark specially used for the product and the goods that is using for the trading purpose and the services. You know that service sector they are providing then render the some services to the client so that the we are using not a product that time but for the services we are also use the service mark that is a word phrase again and the symbol that is designed for the identify their brand and their products and services. Okay, now the further unique distinguished sign that allow us the distinguish the goods and services that will be acquired in everyday life. It can be the constituted by various type of sign. The most commonly used trademark name is the name and the logo. Okay, however, many modern trademark law allow any distinguished sign and maybe the sound and a smell or even though a gesture is also be registered as a trademark. Okay, nowadays in updated trademark copy intellectual property. Nowadays, in a modern trademark law will allow smell, sound, and even though a gesture will be registered as a trademark. Okay. Hope so you will be understand. Right now in the next slide, I will present some product and their trademark brand. Then you will be clearly know and maybe the familiar about the product and using on your daily life. Okay. Now move on the next slide. Yes, that is some trademark example in front of you. Look here, that's a product. It is a first is a basically related to a men's and women garments that you are maybe using the Levi's shirts and the jeans. That's a jeans and fashion manufacturers company. Okay, look like in a Pakistan outfitters and normally outfitters, Froggers and Levi's is a famous international brand. People look like in your age, 20 to 25, and yeah, mostly use this kind of brand. Okay, and the second one is Adidas, and normally you are using the Adidas shoes and you use and this logo and this kind of name will be you will familiar about this name, even though you are using some sports wear manufacturing, mean to say your shirts, t-shirts, that's also be a part of a Adidas company. Okay. And car manufacturing, that is I guess the Ford Motors. Okay, car manufacturer. And third is the Instagram, that's the social media network. Normally social media you are using, and Instagram application, and it is a social media application and the Instagram. Fine. Finally, again, I'm just repeating my word, trademarks, and that's some maybe the words, maybe some symbol and phrase that is basically distinguish one product to another and a company. That's the number of social media websites and the application, but that's the Instagram, their special logos, colorful, and their name. That all are basically that's a trademark of Instagram. Okay. Now the next thing is that how we can register the trademark registry process will be especially in Pakistan, because uh, I will get it material from the intellectual property government website from the Pakistan. Okay, so you will be know about the registration of the how we can register the trademark registry. First of all, thing is that very easy task. We can register our trademark in a way like trademark registry. That's a primary body of intellectual property of Pakistan IPO, and working with the registration trademark. How we got trademark ordinance 2001. Okay, it is a federal government body, and it jurisdiction for trade and services marks lies within the geographical boundary of a Pakistan. Okay. If we talk about their work normally will be their work that's one of a civil code that will be basically this registration process. I want to say this registration process will become in a civil court, and decisions are appealable at the provincial high court. And further, if we talk about the trademark registry, it is headed by the registrar, and it's the office is located in Karachi, and as well as the regional office situated in Lahore. Okay, that's a simple procedure that the applicant can be applied, and trademark applicant and companies will be apply, and registrars and civil court take a decision and give the approval to the trademark registry registered. Okay. Now further, if we are going to be talk about the type of the trademark, that is one of the good things that you will be learn about the types. That's look here. That's two main categories. That's distinctive that show some less distinctive trademarks, and that is a more distinctive trademark. Okay, that's just like we are discussing about the Adidas company trademark. Like it will be counted in a fanciful. Okay. If we talk about the Apple, that's a count of arbitrary, and Netflix, it is a suggestive uh, type, and descriptive is a auto care association, and any other. And generic, if we talk about the generic, that's some bread and biscuits and something other that is we are using. But in the next slide, we are using in the detail what is the meaning of a generic, and how why the company are choosing this trademark, and what's the meaning of a descriptive trademark, and a suggestive and arbitrary and fanciful. That's a five type normally used in Pakistan as well as in United and other countries on the world. Okay, so that the type of trademark now we start that from generic. Okay, student, generic journal, you can say that is a form of a journal. Okay, journal trademark normal is a common trademark. Okay, Generic basically showing the trademark that illustrate the normal description of the product and its dealer. Okay, that creating a sense about the normal. Mean to say customer and a dealer normal sense about the product and services. So for the brand recognition, one should choose a name that is different from the competition. It is describe the detail, qualities, and description of goods of your business. Okay. These marks can be registered easily, and the people should be normally able to freely use the certain word to refer a certain goods. Okay, like in normally keep in a mind that the purpose of this mark is just indicating the source of the goods and services. There is no indication of a source. Normally, they are basically using their company. They are using their product name simply. Okay, like whenever you are going on a bakery and you are going to be purchased in a normal retail store and you are just asking for the just I need a bread. Okay, that is a generic name, bread, and but the company name is a Morning, Dawn, and different name that will be using in a Pakistan. Okay, but that is not a specialty of. But if you go in a Delight, Tehzeeb, and Rahat, they also offering bread, but in on a commonly these things will be accessible on your store, okay, nearly your retail store, okay, and a mall. So but every company is mentioning about their product, describing their product in a form of it is of just a brand, okay. That is some normal description of a product or it's a dealer, so that the so just a brand recognition, okay. One should just choose a name that is a different from the competition, nothing else. If we talk about the second descriptive mark, descriptive that is something related to a describing, generally defined as a nature and the objective and aspect of product and services. Okay, just wait, I'm just here. Uh, Descriptive marks generally define the nature, objective, and aspects of a product or services as they are used simple terms and phrase are not a granted trademark registry with descriptive mark are not a registered also. Okay. This type of mark can be registered only if there is a distinguish in our services and product. This type of mark can be registered, okay, only when a product. For example, descriptive, already you know, Auto Care Association, we give an example. Okay, but in a cream and biscuit, for biscuits or a bakery commodity, you know, it which we like to be registered until it takes the identifying and distinguish from the other bakery item. Okay, we are mentioning our some bakery item, so just we are just going to be the distinguish our this biscuits and bread and bakery item that is not commonly, you know, normally as if we are, you are going on a sweet shop, okay, and a sweet and a bakery shop, that's all thing are the, but their flavor, their taste, their quality, that is a difference. So that the company are going to be use their some trademark, descriptive mark that are uh, customer can be recognize their name with the service and quality of the product. Okay, that is a something descriptive that mark generally defined in the nature and the main objective and aspects of the product are normally are included, and simple term and simple phrase are using to describing the product and services. Fine. Now the move on third type. Yes, the third type is a suggestive type. You know, the name of a Netflix. Maybe you people are watching the some seasons and the movies and dramas, and one of a famous uh, right now platform where you can access your latest movies, dramas, and season. Suggestive trademark is a mark as a name, show that to the indicate product and services and imaginative and figurative term that it does not to require any description or literally word for the trademark and literal literature, and it will not be as a literal word for the trademark. It is just a broad, specific, and defensive kind of trademark registered and inherently distinctive mark. This type of mark emphasizes the brand protection and I have a connection with the goods. Okay, having a connection with the goods. Example like suggestive mark is Microsoft, which give an indication of a software Microsoft with the name that give the indication of a software for small scale computer. Copper tone suggestion for skin, copper tone. Okay, tone, that's what is basically using for the skin color after using the toning lotion. That's one of our suggestive Netflix net on a internet. You can use your entertainment net, but for this purpose, you have a heavy connection of a net. So that's a suggestive trademark that we are basically showing our product, showing, indicating our product and services and an imaginative and figurative term that is basically not just showing the literal and description trademark, it is showing the defensive kind of trademark that should be emphasize the brand protection and having the connection with the goods. Something have to that is basically defining your services that are good in a some way. Okay. Okay. Now the next is the arbitrary trademark. Arbitrary trademarks, student, that's use the word that are commonly to the people, but these have no relation with the merchandiser and certainly they are characterized. These they use common aspect for brand identification, also strong marks, and give the high level of protection to trademark. But according to our registration, it is also just given to the arbitrary mark if it is not be a confusion and not be identical. Arbitrary trademark are the vital option for you use in a business holder trying to the extrapolate the name of your interest, values, or a businesses. For example, LG, BlackBerry, and Apple has they are a simple word to one can be a notice that they are no related to someone computer or a electronic devices, but the distinguish in their brand name and the services. I mean, you are just producing a software, you are producing some machines and devices, but the name is the Apple phone, like we are using Apple phone. That's have a sense to the Apple normally that is a name of a fruit. Okay, but they have not related to any, but we are just using LG, BlackBerry, Apple, any many other names. People are basically using this kind of name for that is a one of the common name. Commonly, people are using these name. Okay, but the name, product name, and product and services have no any relation. Okay, but they are famous. So that's the examples and the understanding of the arbitrary trademark. Now further is a last one is a fanciful trademark. Fanciful trademark is a like we get an example in a starting editor. Okay, it includes the symbols, phrase, and a tool that are designed and formulated for the trademark serving. It is the strongest registration mark due to its distinctive nature and a no flaw. Okay, it's have a relation with the product and it is the easiest mark for obtaining trademark protection because it typically does not compete with the anything, but they are only the output of services to which they are compared. Fanciful mark are strongly concerned the product and services, like example is a Nike, Adidas shoes, or that is the two generic and are unique and well known to everyone. Okay. That is a fanciful. That is a one of that you have a relation, built a relation with your brands. Okay, when you need to be registered your this kind of brand fanciful mark, it is a strongly option to imply, and this will be give a full right to use the trademark freely of your goods and services. Okay, that is a fanciful trademark. Now the further session we will discuss about the trademark registration in Pakistan. Okay, take care. Allah Hafiz.